let's just worry about our side of the net and playing Long Beach State volleyball. I think the guys got better every set and all the way through the match, and that's something we try to be. So all in all, it's we're happy with it. I think we get a lot of information, some things to work on during next week, and try to be significantly better when we play next weekend.
Questions?
First for Coach. That first set obviously was not ideal, and you guys managed to come back really strongly in that second. Can you sort of take me through what the process was on how to sort of clean up everybody's game going into that second set?
Yeah, we in this game, when you play kind of guarded or to not make mistakes, you're not freed up to actually make plays, and you kind of get stuck in this gray area where you're not being aggressive and you're not necessarily making bad mistakes. We're not in sync. We're not being aggressive. We're not being confident in our swings, our serves, anything. We're just kind of playing default. And we try really, really hard to stay away from that. And unfortunately, it creeps into every program sometimes at different times. And I think a little bit was just the start of the match and the moment, getting home, finally playing in front of our own crowd, and maybe got a little conservative early on. But I think really what comes down is that the only way that you can really turn the tide in volleyball when you're down in the first set or you're trying to get back in it is to start winning the serving and passing battle. You have to start winning that battle. I thought we buckled down and passed the ball really well, but most importantly, we got our serving going in the second and third sets and got SE's passers in a lot of trouble and created a lot of easy point scoring opportunities. So what we talk about in the gym a lot is if individually each guy can just do his job a little bit better, a little more focus, get a little bit more out of each guy, then collectively we get a lot better fast as a team. So, the guys took some ownership and did their job a little bit better. And on the block and defense side, played a little bit harder, and some good things went our way. And then we started to get the momentum.
Yeah, and to go back to sort of assisting and setting people up, Carlos did a great job in doing so. How do you feel about his performance today?
I think Carlos was great. I think he ran a really good offense, and I think at times maybe we didn't help him out sometimes in some of the good sets he did make, and I think he made a lot of really good choices. And then I flipped lineups on him, and he had some guys in different positions in the second and third set, and he handled that like a really seasoned veteran. And he set better and better as the match went on. And so I thought I was really, really happy. His dialogue during the match with the coaches was spot on with what we were trying to do offensively. So he did a great job.
Yeah. And in regards to Spencer, your setting was very successful in getting a lot of good sort of serves in. I think you got some aces in there as well.
I just stuck true to what was with the team. We just trusted our system, and Carlos stuck a lot of sets, like you said. He did a great job, and we just stayed true to ourselves. We passed the ball well. We stuck true to the system, and it was good.
Yeah, for I guess this is a question for both of you. Take me through that final set, because you guys did have a decent lead at one point. I think it was up to 6 points, and then sort of inching closer, especially towards the very end. But you guys managed to break through. Take me through just sort of getting through those nerves.
Well, I think what happened is in a little bit of the fourth set, we creep back into a little bit of that gray mode again, right? We had a little bit of a cushion, and you kind of don't want to air yourself out of it, and you kind of back off a little bit serving. You're not as crisp with your passing. You don't want to make a hitting error, and all of a sudden you're back into being protective for a while. And we gave up a couple of points, hit a couple of balls just out, that we didn't connect on, and all of a sudden it feels like, hey, we had whatever it was, 6-7 point lead, and all of a sudden it's close again. That's what happened. So I'm glad we were able to pull it out. The good lesson for us is that's what happens when we kind of go back into that default mode. The nice thing is we were able to flip it in set 2 and get going, and then in set 4 we were able to reset in the middle of the match and get it going again. So my job is to make sure with these stretches that we see of the team playing well on both sides of the ball, they're not just flashes. They're not just one set. They're not just for a set and a half. They become for full matches and multiple matches in a row. But the way it starts is 1 point, right? It starts with 1 point and then stacking points and being able to put together a good set and then a good match. So what I'm happy with is we put together enough of a match to win it and pull it off. We were better longer tonight than we were in Santa Barbara. And the goal is hopefully we'll be a little bit better than we were this week, next week, when we have 4 or 5 days to get in the gym and keep getting better with this group who reps are gold for us right now.